Hey guys, this is Power Bricks and I'm back with another LEGO Megazord review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Beast Sentai Gaokai, and this is the Gaokai Violet Rangers Mecha, and it is the Violet Hyena, and we also have the Blue Gariel, okay, Gaokai Gariel, or the Gariel Crocodile, that one, and then we also have the Chameleon over here. Now this Megazord is called the Gaokai Wild, and it is a wild Zord. It's evil, but it's awesome, and you know, it's very fitting for the theme, and I think that an evil Purple Ranger is always the coolest thing to me, ever since I seen Korak from Mystic Force, or that, you know, Purple Ranger. But anyway, this is the Zord. 3 awesome Zords to look at, and then we're going to get into the other Zords way later down the line. But for now, we're going to look at the evil version of everything. So here it is. Now let's take a look at the Okay, so here is the Hyena Zord, and this one is fantastic. Gaokai Hyena has a very beautiful look. I just love how the gunmetal gray teeth reflect off that color. It's just so awesome and killer. It's menacing. The mouth opens up with a nice movement in the neck. I took that off, but there's neck movement right there. You see what I'm saying? It's on a soft ratchet, and there's also head movement there, which is nice. And I really love this Zord. You know, it's a good replacement for the wolf, and so is the bat. You know, I don't really need a wolf Zord. This Hyena does it. It has a long tail right there, and you know, it has some hind legs, little small footsies, feet and legs. Small, but they're there, and you know what I'm saying, it all works well. I think what is going on here though, that's supposed to be like that, but yeah, oh, that's what's going on. There we go. Okay, but everything is pretty nice. I do like the blue on there. The blue really does separate everything, and it gives it that different vibe of like a, you know, I don't know, it just feels different. Has a different vibe to it, but it does fit because they're all cool colors. So when, you know, we have blue, green, and purple, they all fit very well. So taking a look at the Chameleon, and this is one of my favorites right here. Also, I love this Chameleon. It has some nice silver on there, on the top and on the sides. We got some blue accents coming all throughout the Zord, and we got some nice articulation here. Oops, and I forgot to show the articulation on the dog too. There is more articulation. So let me go back to him in just a second. You know, I'm just sort of having fun with this one. You know, I'm really enjoying this setup that I have for you guys. And it's just phenomenal. And this is a good representation of the, why am I pulling these off? Oh yeah, this was the weak one. It's okay. I got some more joints coming in the mail. I'm waiting for them. But you know, this tail has some good points of articulation. You can move it all around and stuff, you know, chameleon tail. But I like to keep it curled like that. And, you know, there's slight movement in the body, but not too much. And also, his tongue is positioned. It's sort of like a spear weapon, but it doesn't have to be there. It can come off, and he can have his mouth like that. And he can look like a regular Zord. He doesn't have to have the tongue. So, you know, it fits better without the red, but it does look cool with the red. The red, you know, really brings it all together, but still, it's a cool Zord. And I do like his eyes, too. But anyway, the doggo. Articulation on doggo we have right here in the arms, upper legs, I guess. There's a bend in that leg right there, so it's pretty simple for doggo, but I love his face. Nice yellow eyes, purple nose, purple ears, gunmetal gray teeth. Can't go wrong with that. That bite is serious. I just love these teeth. Woo, that is just an awesome Zord. I love that. Evil just looks evil. And then we have the Gariel over here. The Gariel Crocodile. Now, if you look at the Galligator, you would know that his snout is a lot shorter and smaller, but this is a long, skinny snout to let you know that this is a Gariel. And if you guys don't know what a Gariel is, go check him out on YouTube. You can find documentaries. But here's his long tail right here. It's skinny. It's on a bunch of ball joints. Now, this doesn't have a spike right here for a reason. It's for the weapon mode, obviously, so he has to be able to hold on to it. I don't have to have that there, but I could have it there. But just for transformation, really, that's what that's for. A nice gold tail. It looks great. I like it. We have this nice alligator feet, and it's just sort of like an upgrade version of what he's supposed to be, but it's still not an upgrade because it's Lego, you know what I'm saying? But we got nice gold backing, and it's awesome. Nice gold plates. His mouth does open all the way up, and it can shut. Nice teeth going on there. What else? We got some arm articulation. You know, the other alligator and the Gal Ranger, didn't have arm articulation at all. It just sat there. I knocked the talon off for his foot. Let me plug that back on. All right, but anyway, there is head articulation. You know, it kind of does all that. That's transformation stuff, though. But his head does move up and down. He can do stuff like that. He can move, you know. But the arms also do move, and so do his tails. I mean, not tails. I was thinking of talons and tails, but his fingers, I guess we can say his claws. That thing, and I also mentioned the tail already, but other than that, everything is fine. He has red eyes too. But I love Gal Blue Moon. That's why I made this one, because Gal Blue Moon was awesome. And the quick story behind this, there was actually going to be a different Zord. There was going to be a whole Ranger team dedicated to this, a bat and a bear, but I decided to do a whole Wild Force lineup because I just couldn't help it. This was too nice to just pass up and let it just be a 3 Zord combiner with a red and yellow Zord. It had to be with something better than that. So that's what I did for these. So let's get into the... We're going to start off with the Gaokai since it's the main body. We know how this goes. If you've seen Gao King or Wild Force, you guys know what's up. So first things first, I'm going to get the tail and I'm going to split it off. This is going to be a weapon. Set that to the side. Now, first thing I'm going to do is open up the arms, not the arms, the legs, rotate, and then bam, it's going to be simple stuff. Bring it all down, rotate. Same stuff like the Wild Force component, but a lot different. He doesn't have bending knees, but he does transform just like his Wild Force counterpart. Okay, now I stand him up like that. Once we stand the Zord up, let me adjust my camera just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Once he stood up, I'm gonna get the alligator claws and I'm gonna fold them up like this. And that's one thing that I didn't like on the predazord is that you couldn't fold up those alligator arms. They had to just sit on the back, and you know, I wanted to flush that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rotate this around. Then I'm gonna grab this section, rotate, and everything will fit into place like that. And now we have the predazord type body, and you guys know this body shape because we all know Wild Force. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm also going to flip out these connectors. This is simple stuff. And there is the body of the Megazord, all ready to be combined with his friends. So let's get into the other guys. Chameleon, let's try this. So, really interesting. First, I mean, I could put this in later, but his tongue would usually be out, but I guess I'm just going to transform it this way. I'm going to fold up his legs like that. Then I'm going to rotate this all the way around like that. Fold these forward. These legs will straighten all the way out. And then this will sort of just close in like that. And here is an arm for the Megazord, and this is a nice arm, green. Gaokai. Okay, next is the Hyena, and this is interesting. So first, we're gonna reach back here, and we're gonna pull off his tail section, okay? This is gonna transform into the Zord head, like so. This folds down like that. And this is the Zord head right here. Okay, I'm gonna sit that on like that. Yeah, this is the Zord head, and I'm gonna set this down to the side, and then we're gonna have the rest of the dog to work with. So, first things first, we're gonna straighten out the legs like this. Once I straighten out the legs like that, I'm then gonna fold up the doggo legs like this, all the way around like that. Oh, that's the first. That usually doesn't happen. All right, but fold it back up anyway. Then I'm gonna rotate this all the way around like this, and then bring that in. And here's another arm. So green and purple are the arms. All right, so we got this socket and that peg. Plug in. There is an arm. Do the same thing with the other side. Socket, socket and peg. Plug in. And that works right there for the other arm. Alrighty, so mates, Let's go to the next scene. And last but not least is the head. So we're gonna plug it on top. Right there. Bam. Okay. The head is on. Now that it's all combined, I gotta say that this is a fantastic Megazord. Now this is a great representation of the predazord when it comes to Lego, but other than that, this is also based off of the Gao Blue Moon, and it's awesome. This is a great Zord. I freaking love this thing. I couldn't wait to get to this video. Like, seriously. I've been waiting for a minute, but now that I'm finally here, I feel great. So, articulation. We already know the basics. 360. It's on this soft ratchet here. You know what I'm saying? But it works. Same here. 360. Rotation. We have a bend at the elbow. You know that. There's also movement in that dog head. And the mouth can open. He also has weapons. We're going to get into the weapons in just a moment. Okay. This guy also has an opening mouth. And he also has a bend at the elbow too. So it is the same thing there. Not much articulation though. There is a kick, he can do kicks, but there is no knee articulation due to his transformation. So I tried to keep it close to the original as possible, but with some slight and minor tweaks and upgrades. Like I didn't want to go too crazy, you know. I can't make this superposable and also transform like the Gaokai. There would be way too many sacrifices. So I like to keep it in the original Sentai format to where it feels and looks like a Megazord, you know. I like the Sentai look, and it's not easy to pull this look off. You know, it takes a lot of craftsmanship. So in order to get to this level, sacrifices were made, but good ones. Now let's take a look at his weapons, shall we? So we have the chameleon's tongue that can go back into his mouth, and it's like a spear. So I'm gonna plug that in, and there is his spear weapon. You see what it is. That can attach on, and it can hit any guy that comes at him. This is a cool evil Zord, like it is so raw. I freaking love the color scheme. Anyway, this. Cool colors rock. I just can't stop looking at these color schemes. But anyway, that rotates because it's going into the dog's mouth. Let me see. Open up, doggo. Yeah. Something like that. There we go. It's a little heavy, but we got it. Anyway, there's his big, giant sword whip thingy. A big whip sword. Pretty dope though, you know what I'm saying? I think it's awesome because we all know that the alligator tail is very powerful. So that is that for this Zord right here. And I wanted to give you guys a slight comparison. So here is Gaokai Wild and Gaokai King for size comparison. And boy, oh boy, these are some big Zords. These two next to each other are definitely an ultimate duo. So one thing that I wanted to do was the limb swap technique. We all know that's a thing in Wild Force, and that's a thing in this also. Wild Fury Zords can do the same thing, and we're about to get into it. So let's adjust the camera. Let's see what happens. So I'm gonna take off this arm here, okay? And I'm also gonna take off this arm here, and I'm gonna stand him up right there. All right. Let's see, because these are some really tough connectors that these are on. So I got that one off. Let's see this one. Got it off, yay. Okay, it was easy. Usually it's very, very complex. So I'm gonna plug the shark on. Come on, there we go, buddy. We got the shark on there. And I'm gonna plug the links on there, okay. All right, it's cool. Let's try this combo. Just for now, I like to do the limb swap combo thingy. It's awesome. Just gonna play around and switch off those limbs and see what it does. So here we have, well, that looks pretty dope. Okay, what do I call them? I don't know. But it's a thing. This just happened, okay? There's more actual limb swap techniques that I have in real modes. But for now, I don't know what to call these, but this looks pretty awesome. I ain't gonna lie. This is nice. That looks awesome. And this too, this does look awesome. This has its own uniqueness. I think they're pretty good. What do you guys think? Let's give a size comparison with the Gaokai Mammoth. Shall we bring him in? He's all the way down there, but he fits. Mammoth. Alrighty, so that's pretty much it for this review, guys. We have come to the end of the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. We have a lot more to show in the future. Stay tuned, alright? What else can I say? Check out the Viper video. Peace!